Hello, beautiful Aries, and welcome to the next 7 days. Happy New Year to all of you guys. I hope that you are doing amazing. Please excuse my scratchy voice at this time. I'm battling, I want to call it Ascension flu. Yay, it's been so fun. Very up and down. Some of you guys could be feeling this. There's been a lot of reported cases of sickness, different things, words like sinusitis, you could have like flu-like symptoms, achiness, things like that, right? Of course, always seek medical professional help, as I am not a medical professional, but I am a spiritual professional in many ways. And I know that there's a lot of really intense stuff going down, right? So my heart is with everyone. I send everyone love, okay? If you guys are new here, welcome in. I'm Erica. I'm a psychic medium and a healer. I hope that you guys are all having a good New Year thus far. So let's see what animal spirit message wants to come out for you, Aries, at this time. Let's see. What do we got for Aries, for beautiful Aries? Ooh, you guys got the whale, the humpback whale. Oh, I love whales. Some of you guys can really resonate with whales. You may even be called to listen to whale calls, the whale frequencies and sounds, okay? The whale calls are highly powerful for us to listen to. So very ancient energies here with the humpback whale. So some of you guys can resonate as ancient souls, old souls. You may even resonate with ancient places and specific parts of the world. This always gives me it's like Sirius, Sirius Star Nation with the whales and dolphins and aquatic life in that sense. There is a full moon on this card, and we have a full moon that's going to be coming up. It'll be the first full moon of 2024 is what I want to say. So the first full moon of 2024 I feel is going to be very pivotal for the whole collective, but I feel like for you guys too. This speaks of the singer, because the whale sings the song. You guys may want to, if you listen to frequencies and theta, delta waves, things like that, right? You may want to tune into the whale frequencies. I'm really serious about that, and maybe listen to those while you sleep. It can be activating. You may remember, it could activate certain ancient things of your soul, old stuff that's been lying dormant. I mean, it could bring forth healing. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to it. So sing healing songs for the world. Okay. Some of you guys are singers. Okay. Some of you guys, that's a part of your light work or your soul path here. Your destiny is some kind of, working with your throat chakra, your voice, and getting angelic attunements. So some of you guys, as you ascend, your voice, our physical body ascends as well, right? So there's been many cases of, people going through spiritual awakenings or, NDEs, near-death experiences. And when they come through the awakening or the rebirth or whatever you want to say, or another phase of enlightenment, sometimes the vocal cords can shift for people if it's a part of your soul path. So your cords actually tune into higher frequencies and become more advanced. So someone who maybe never in their life had a singing voice, or someone who just couldn't hit a note for nothing, right? Or carry a note for nothing. Sometimes that will shift just when you shift as well, right? So you can all of a sudden have very angelic tones to your voice. One of my favorite angelic star sisters here on YouTube is Shekinah Rose. You guys may want to check her out. Her channel is amazing. Shekinah is, Shekinah, SHEKINAH, and then Rose, ROSE. And I think she's got I don't know, somewhere around almost 40,000 subscribers. But it's all about, she actually does a whale. She has one for the whales that she's done. She does channeling. So she's a channeler, and she channels really beautiful light language, and she's very connected. She resides in Sedona, which we know is a massive energy vortex. It's a huge energetic vortex for the world. But anyways, So anyways, it just reminded me of that because her voice carries a, I want to say the solfeggio, whatever frequency. There's like a missing frequency, and like scientists have actually studied her vocal cords since she had her near-death experience. She couldn't sing at all before that. After the one near-death experience, her voice activated. And now she's working her soul's mission with sound healing and voice healing. It's like so cool. It's so phenomenal. Like, we live in such a magical universe and world. So don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever think, no, that can't be me, because maybe it is. Maybe from a young age, you've always wanted to be a singer or be able to sing. And maybe it's because deep down in your soul, you knew you could or you would someday. I don't know why that's coming through so strongly for you guys. Your inner navigation always guides you. Listen to your inner navigation, Aries. It will not lead you astray. There could be something about getting out of the logical brain right now. Like, you know, the mind is a really powerful thing. And if we can tune in enough, get into our heart space enough where we can actually surrender control, and actually like really surrender control in the way of like, you know, fear and this and overthinking, and get into more of a space of trust and surrender. I know, easier said than done. I know, trust me, I get it. I'm Aries rising, Aries moon, so I very much always will resonate with the Aries readings for you guys. It says nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Okay, beautiful message for you guys to start out. You know, and I do hear, I'm getting like the Great Awakening. And yes, we are going through a Great Awakening globally, but like, I feel like this is about you guys. Like, you're going through Great Awakenings at this time. And that's, I think, why I was talking about like the Ascension flu, and like, just, you know, and a lot of people who like, you know, quote, aren't even like going through an awakening, or they're not like enlightened beings quite yet, but maybe they are, they're starting to. People who I've been seeing it, I've been witnessing it, like people who aren't even quote like spiritual, or, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, so I don't know, guys. But there's something here about like Aries, like nothing can stop you or keep you from your goals. Some of you guys may need to become more goal oriented. Like, maybe you need to set yourself, like switch your schedule up a little bit. Maybe have boundaries with yourself. You know, it could be like, okay, I'm gonna start waking up earlier. I'm gonna get like a good hour in before I have to like get ready for work in the morning, you know? And I'm gonna, you know, spend some time to meditate, and then I'm gonna spend some time, you know, moving my body, or I'm gonna start doing cold plunges, or I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna take a cold shower first thing too. You know, there's so many different ways that really helps. Like, I actually used to do that, like wake up at like 4 in the morning, and then like first thing you do is like you get up, you go straight to the shower, and you take a cold shower. It doesn't have to be a long one. It could just be like a minute or two, if that, you know, just enough to really like absorb the cold, and then you start your day like that. I truly, you know, it's my fault. I fell off of that course. And you know, I'm not saying it's easy, because it was torturous. But then like once you get used to it, you like look forward to it. It becomes like this healthy like adrenaline rush type thing, but it's also very physically good for your body. So some of you guys might be doing that. You know, the humpback whale swims through the cold seas. You know, you often will see them up in Alaska or like the Arctic and things like that, right? So they can withstand the very cold water. So some of you guys, you know, you may be being called to do that. Okay, 9 of Wands. Yeah, the wounded warrior. You guys are at the end of a cycle here, Aries, where, you know, it's like you're showing up as the wounded warrior. Definitely, like, you've been through a lot. Okay, a lot of us have, right? And there's so many old wounds and woundings and traumas that are coming up for us, and that will be coming up for us, especially with like Pluto moving into Aquarius and stuff like that coming up. So it's going to be like, it's just intense. It's really intense. So like the old wounds might be surfacing that might make you feel like overwhelmed or very emotional, or like you're maybe drowning, you know, that's okay. Let it go. Let it go, let it flow, let it go, let it flow. Cry yourself out. Like, let the tears flow. Don't hold it back. There's wounds that need to be processed here. See, 8 of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. This is like, you know, a mental prison. And that's exactly what I was picking up on when I was channeling and I was getting the logic and the overthinking and getting out of the brain, and right there. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit, for always backing me up. You have 9 and 8, okay? You know, 9 and 8 breaks down to 17, right? It's actually the star card in the tarot, and I just saw 144 on the timestamp. There's a lot of healing that's occurring right now, Aries. A lot of healing. And like I said, I know it's not easy, but you are the one that you can very easily take that tie off your hands, remove the blindfold that is the illusion that you can't see when you can, and walking through these swords. Okay, and what I'm getting to tell you, Aries, is to be discerning with people, situations, yourself at this time. I think that's why the whale is like, listen to your soul, like listen to your deep inner compass, your deep inner knowing. It won't lead you astray. Call on the humpback whale spirit. They are ancient energies, ancient soul energies. Like, they are so ancient, you guys. Like, they're of the earth, but they're not. Like, where they came from was the star system of Sirius. Okay, I do believe that there's other planets or star systems out there that had same or very similar aquatic life, like, but that's just what I've been seeing and what I've channeled. You have the Emperor, Aries energy, your energy showing up. Divine masculine energy too, okay? So I do feel that there could be a masculine here who might be in a wounded kind of energy, maybe ending a wounding phase in their life, a wound cycle where they kept replaying wounds, okay? It's like, you know what I'm getting, and you know, I'm sorry if this is like whatever, but this is what I'm being shown, is like a wound that is scabbing over and you keep peeling the scab off. It doesn't heal. So I feel a masculine has been up in their head. Okay, like, I just feel like this is someone who is really in the ego. They were very like wounded from devil energies in the past, but I also feel with you guys, this is you too. Like, you guys need to step into a divine masculine energy for some of you and take action. And like I said, you know, he strategizes, he plans, he's the god of war, you know, and he doesn't lose. So he's very articulate and strategic about his battle plans, about what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? So I feel that there's maybe some kind of planning, strategizing, taking action, being authoritative in your life with work, health, whatever it is. I do feel that, Aries, okay? Look at the coloring with both these cards. Perfect matches with the red and the fire and the gold and the, right? And then the masculine type energies. This is definitely a masculine who couldn't see. Notice the helmet over his eyes and the blindfold over hers. This is someone who was deeply in the ego, and they hid in the ego devil energy because they were going through toxic cycles. But it's like, that's all they knew. You know what I mean? It's all they knew. It's like a rescue animal, you know, a dog who comes from a very abusive home or owners. They could be very guarded. They could even maybe be, you know, violent or aggressive, where, you know, but it's because they're wounded, they're scared, you know what I mean? But also at the same time, sometimes, right, you get these rescue animals that have lived these types of lives. They've been wounded, they've been hurt, they've been betrayed by humans and the people they thought they could trust. But then the right family comes along or owner comes along and shows them love. And it breaks down the walls of the animal or the dog or whatever, you know? They start to trust again. They start to see. They see the consistency of the owner or the person showing up and loving them and feeding them and wanting to be there for them and help them. And I feel that's what this person feels about you, Aries. That's what I'm getting here. This is definitely someone that you've known. Wheel of Fortune. Jupiter energy is hot right now. So the wheel is turning in your favor. I feel like someone's learned some karmic lessons here. You have the 9, a 10 with the Wheel of Fortune. 8, 9, 10. Please forgive me, Aries. I see where I went wrong. I see, you know, yeah. Someone sees you as like a perfect match. Notice the 2 cardinals. There's a message here. I'm getting a message of hope. Like someone who still has hope. Someone who hopes that you may have hope. I don't know. All right, tell me about the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, and let's get the Page of Cups, or the Page of Wands. I almost said the Page of Cups. So I was looking at the 5 of Cups too. Show me the Emperor, the Devil, and the Page of Wands. Okay, so the Page of Cups for me is, you know, a very loving little message that comes in, right? But it's also like very sweet and kind of innocent and almost childlike. Like it's like this, you know, the inner child is coming through, you know, instead of being suppressed. And it's someone maybe who wants to have more fun in their life or be very more playful. It also speaks of new beginning energy for me with the Page energies. Someone wants forgiveness. Yeah, look, bottom of the deck as I look down is the 5 of Swords. Someone who feels that they had a false victory here when it came to their choices, their life. They're looking back and they're going, I see where I went wrong. King of Cups. I held back when I shouldn't have. I was trying to control my emotions. And that has done nothing but get me into a 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords energy. Okay, so this King of Cups, I feel like with the 7 of Pentacles right after him, this is about divine timing. Someone feeling ready to take action here, or wanting to take action, planning to take action. That's what I want to say. All right, this is definitely someone who is nervous about being vulnerable and open emotionally. But they know it's the right thing to do. They want to, it's justice. This is about balancing, right? Harmony. Also speaks of like, you know, the house of 7th house, Libra, rules the 7th house in the astrology charts, right? So it's like partnership, marriage, soul contracts. You have the yin and the yang right here. And then the High Priestess. You know, and then Death card, Scorpio. Yeah, look at all these major arcana showing up here right at the end. And then a King of Wands. Someone who's fired up. They're determined to have you, Aries, or at least determined to try to have you or to be in your life. Someone wants a rebirth with the High Priestess. And I believe, Aries, man or woman, you're the High Priestess. And you're also, man or woman, showing up, like I said, as the Emperor. But so is this other person. But like I said, I think you guys, it's time to tap into your spiritual gifts. It's time to follow your intuition. It's time to take leaps of faith. I don't know what that's about, my loves. You know, you guys will know. So, you know, I'm gonna actually use the Angel Answers deck here as we wrap this up. So I hope you guys enjoyed your weekly message. I apologize that they've been late, but you know what? I'm just in a space right now, guys, where I'm not gonna stress myself out. I'm really listening to my body. I'm going through a lot of like past life healing and past life regression stuff, past life trauma coming up. That's why I resonate with like the old wounds and the stuff that's coming up, because I myself am also going through that, but I pick it up with you guys too. So let's see what the angels have to say in regards to all of this. If you guys want to book your own personal reading to hone in on your own, you know, I don't know, twin flame journey or spiritual guidance or whatever it is, I do offer actually a few different types of readings and spiritual sessions, things like that. So you can check it all out in the description box. I'm sure you guys already know that, but it is what it is. You know, I could be reading for thousands and thousands of people, but there could be 2 people that have never in their life watched tarot, and this is their first time ever watching a YouTube video, and maybe they just don't know yet what the description box is or how to look up information, because I was once that person. So I always try to keep that in mind. We had an angel card flip over and then 2 come down, but I'm not taking those. In the near future, 2 angels. I think that this is a divine love that's coming together in the near future. There's something here about destiny and a turning point. Good fortune. Good fortune awaits you, Aries. It is yours to have. You will be reaping some seeds, some harvest here that you've planted as well over time. Okay. In the near future. Yeah, I think this Emperor is coming into your life in the near future, but I also think that a lot of this stuff, you know, you might be making changes in the near future. There could be some big transformations happening in the near future. Whatever it is, right? But definitely connected to this Emperor energy. So anyways, this is what I have for you, my loves. I send love and light to everyone. Happy New Year. The comments are now back on now that Mercury retrograde has officially gone direct and all that. Now we're just like in the post kind of like lingering shadow energies. So, you know, just kind of be aware of that. Obviously, it went direct on the 1st of January. I just saw 111, 2111. So anyways, love and light to you guys all. Again, Happy New Year. Thank you for all of your love and support, for every like, for sharing, for commenting, all the tings, all the tings. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe so you can come back for more, and I'll see you guys soon.